Hey guys, it's Vicky and Monsoon here from Complexity, and today we are gonna be doing something really fun. So the Apex Legends Split 2 playoffs is happening next week in Sweden. So today the both of us are gonna be doing a tier list of all of the teams that are gonna be playing in Sweden. Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. This is like kind of our predictions from what we have seen, from what we know. Obviously, I'm not a pro player. Monsoon is. So my insight is gonna be from someone who loves to watch comp but doesn't actually play comp. And then Monsoon's insight will be from someone who has played against a lot of these teams and who may know a little bit more than I. So we hope you guys enjoy and let us know if you agree or disagree with our picks here. So the first team we have here is 100 Thieves from NA.
Okay, alright. So, first off, I don't know some of these teams, to be honest. I can't lie. But we're going to look up the rosters and look up their placements, too, if we don't know the teams, just to figure out and see how we feel about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay, 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves won championships, and then they were in a rut for a little bit. They minus Vayne and then picked up Vaxlon, and now they've been doing super well. I think they won 3 weekends of Pro League, and did second overall for NA Pro League.
They have really good chemistry, and you can definitely tell that they want this, and they have, as all of you say, like the passion.
No, I agree. Especially inconsistencies the past 6-8 months as well. Keep them at A tier.
All right. So then we have Ascend from EU. If I'm not mistaken, they were unsigned and then they won EU.
I think they're consistently like a top 5 team, but I was pretty surprised when they won it and took it all back. Yeah. I could put them at A tier. I could put them at A tier comfortably for sure.
Nice.
Like they're definitely really, really good in their region, no doubt.
All right, so then, so this is one of my favorite teams.
Yeah,
Alliance.
baby.
Another EU team.
Vibes, Hakus, Yuki, all sexy, all handsome, all talented, all... you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, it's I don't know if this is like 100% objective, but I agree, like, I would put them in S tier. All right, so then we have Team Burger.
Team Burger.
What do we think about this, guys?
I don't know how they're going to do in an international level.
I feel like, yeah, I wouldn't put them below B because compared to other like inexperienced teams or from the lesser experienced regions, yeah, I would definitely say B. They're one of the strongest from the region. Nice. Okay, so next up we have an interesting one. I feel like this is a little, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of opinions about Cloud9 and a lot of people would probably place them in different tiers.
I think they're really good, and I think this is one of the teams that every other region has to look out for, because I don't think any NA team truly plays as aggressively on edge as Cloud9 does. Like, you know if you're going to get third-partied and if you guys are both going to die, but sometimes in their mind, that's their only play. And sometimes it is their only play, so they force it, and they make it work, or they fall off and die. I think, so... I'd probably put them in A tier, or S tier.
I would put them in A tier as well. I feel like at the end, like we can obviously like go back and maybe move some of the teams around, but I feel like right now A tier is a good choice for them. We'll see.
I agree.
All right, next up we got
CLG. I'd probably put them in B tier just because of the inconsistencies and the lack of experience. They are really good, but it's going to be interesting to see how they play versus APAC North and EU players as well, especially on LAN. Like you guys everybody has to remember that they're playing on LAN on stage for 15 hours straight.
Crazy raccoons.
Crazy raccoons. Those are the boys, man. Raz and Selly. I love those guys.
God,
man.
Yeah.
I would definitely put them at A tier. Either like low S or mid A tier for sure.
I agree. I definitely agree. I feel like they are definitely one of the strongest from the region. I would prefer to put them in A instead of S.
So I haven't seen anything.
We could just
but
go
based
ahead
off of them, Let's place them in C tier. That's pretty new. Or I don't know. We can put them in I don't know too.
I agree with I don't know. Something.
Is that element? Oh, element 6.
Yeah.
So I'd probably put them in B tier. I think that they're definitely capable. I don't think they're the most cracked individually mechanically, but you don't need that necessarily, right? Good work, Vicky.
Next up, we got Elevate.
C tier.
I agree with C tier.
And that, no harping on them. They're probably really good players, especially if they qualify there in the first place. But we're gonna see, right? We're gonna see.
Then we have Empire.
Team Empire.
Yeah, getting first place in EU. Well, EMA in Pro League is crazy.
It's really good. That's really good. I mean, just off of that, I could place them in A or B tier. Now, of course, when we take into consideration the experience, I'm not too sure the experience of these players if they come from other games and have.
Yeah, we'll see how this one moves, and if we get a lot of teams in A, we can definitely.
Yeah, we can always throw C9 into F.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, right. I agree. Okay, so next up, well, it's back to DNO because they didn't renew their contract with Esports Arena.
They will get signed. They're insane. I mean, I think they. I mean, low S, high A plus. You know.
Right? Yeah, I agree with that. Like, yeah, I could definitely see them winning the whole thing, but for sure it's.
Yeah, AD Esports, right? I mean, they're pretty good, right? All these players have been around in the scene in competitive Apex since the start. Like Crazy Raccoon players had a lot of good play. They had a lot of individual shining in moments, right? Previously at LAN too. So they definitely have the potential for it, no doubt. Like, we've just seen them pop off. Every one of these players is insane.
Nice. Okay, so free agent kits. I think they just got signed on Org. I don't know if it's gonna appear. I think it's this team. It's Revenant Esports.
Like I immediately want to be like, dude, like if you're not playing in EU and NA, like you're in for a treat. You're gonna get ran over on LAN, like 100%. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
It's like insane when you're on LAN competing against the entire world when everybody's there fighting for their lives.
I think I'll go with IDK and we'll see if we move them. Wait, so next up,
Fascination Colors Destroy.
If I think about like comparing them to the other teams from the region, I could like a 10th place. Like, of course, if you qualify, you are really good. I would say I would put this team probably at C, or I don't really want to put anyone at F tier. I might just delete.
Oh wait, no, keep it. Okay, that's
fine.
We you're good. You're good. I mean, TSM and Energy have to go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I don't know too much about them, but 10th place in APAC North means that they just squeaked by. So I'd definitely put them at C tier, for sure. C tier, I'd be comfortable with C tier, but of course, once again, we're just speaking ignorantly, like we don't truly know how well these players are.
Oh, they prove us wrong.
Will they? We will see.
So next team is a Phoenix. So for this team, I would probably put them maybe in a B tier, because getting second in the region is really good. But I want to talk about like the team from SA, and I think that I mean, again, like every time we don't put someone in S or A, I feel like, bro, I wish they pop off in LAN. I wish they prove everyone wrong, especially when it comes to like these underdog teams.
Totally.
Like, I'm a really big fan of underdogs. Like, a lot of my favorite teams are always the teams that win and no one expected them to win. So yeah, I would definitely love to see them do really well.
Nice. Heck yeah. No, I agree all around. Dope.
Nice. Okay, so this team, what is that logo? Fennel.
Once again, their experience on LAN is just a little difficult and different.
Some of them are gonna pop off and they're gonna make this stress and nervousness turn into something positive and play even better in LAN. But then I also feel like a lot of the teams are gonna be nervous once they're there, and that's where like these B tier or maybe C tier teams will have to prove that they can pop off at LAN and they don't need experience to be at the same level.
Totally, they have the ability to, right? Like, all these teams have the ability.
We got
4-7.
Okay.
Also another Korean team, dope. I'm gonna say, like, man, once again, if you haven't played against these NA and EU teams on the same ping, it's gonna be interesting.
We can agree on like C tier, like low C.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them at LAN before, so that's also another thing.
Oh no! So free agents are the ones that got signed, but we didn't know a lot about them, so we put them in IDK.
Okay, yeah, put the free agents in then.
So it's pretty much the same for both. So these guys are the ones that got signed to Revenant. .org, and then FA Kids. They didn't get signed though, but they're different.
They might have the capacity to pop off one game, but how about 3 games?
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. So just because of that, I'd probably put them in B or C tier for sure. I think everybody in B or C tier has the capabilities of converting really well, but I also think that, like, do they have the ability to consistently do that on LAN, in a LAN setting?
We got, who's this team?
G2!
Yeah, so we got G2!
The Roller guys. The Roller Squadron, results designed full gent, freaks in the sheets, freaks in the streets. I would know. They're pretty insane. They're really consistently, like, top 6, right?
Yeah.
And I think that they have the potential to pop off, and I think that this is another team that has that fighting dominance and prowess against all these other teams that aren't necessarily experienced against playing such aggressive and good and aware controller players.
Yeah.
So I'd put them at A tier.
I agree. Being able to place consistent like top 3 against teams from all over the world, that's really cool. So I definitely agree. They're tier A.
Yeah. Now they are all fresh meat when it comes to LAN too,
and
that's something that I've teased them about. I've always said I can't wait to see the controller boys poopy their panties on stream.
This team with Japan. They're all from Japan.
3rd place is good, but their overall placements previously are kind of lackluster. Probably C tier, just because, once again, we don't know too much about them. They haven't had consistently top placements. But, I mean, we'll see, right? They're good.
Exactly.
They're good enough to be there.
Okay. Moving on, we got GMT. GMA. So the thing about this team is that they're one of the unlucky teams that will have to play with a sub or LAN. Because one of the players couldn't get their visa because they're from Ukraine, I believe. So they're gonna be playing with Max Strafe can't play, so they are getting a sub.
I'd probably put them in B or C tier, especially since they have to play with the sub, right?
Yeah.
That sub is gonna be really, really intense. All right.
Nice.
Invictus Gaming. I'd probably put them in C tier for sure, just because of the lack of experience on LAN against other regions and stuff like that. But once again, 100%.
They will definitely need to have this pop-off moment because they have good placements, but still not the best, and we really want to be the best in the world. So I agree. Okay, so then we have Kick. This is one of my favorite teams.
Chaotic Munch, is he the ranked player, or is that Chaotic someone else?
No, it is a ranked player.
Okay, dope, cool. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see him come from ranked, because he's a ranked grinder, right?
Yeah, so we know he's really talented, he's really skilled, but it's gonna, how well does that translate to the biggest international tournament, right? And I feel like there's so many players from EU that didn't qual that would love to play even as a sub for any of the teams. So the fact that they picked the ranked grinder and everything, I mean, there's a reason for that. So
I agree.
They probably thought about it, meditated, and if it's the best, it's for the best at the end. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We got Liquid.
Woo! Woo! Ow! 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 Woo! Team Liquid. Yeah. Those are my boys. Those are my boys. I love them. They live with me. I love them. I've made love to them many times. And I think they're really good. I think that they're better now. I think they're all really good. I think Nocturnal has been underrated and talented for the longest time. Yeah. I think Fun is probably one of the top 5 most mechanical underrated players in existence. And I think Guild.
Crazy.
Gilderson's prodigal controller kid. He's got the cool, the calm, he's got the vision, he's got the clutch factor. This kid is always putting out 300 damage minimum. They are insane. He is insane. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. It's awesome. I think that they're a real good team. So I definitely put them in A tier. Now their inconsistencies lately make me feel like maybe low A to average A, but I definitely think that they have the the potential to pop off and do super well.
I love watching them in the last Pro League weeks because they definitely needed to pop off like the last 2 or 3 weekends, and they did.
Yeah.
Like we'll see, but yeah, I mean we gotta make our tier list. So next up, so this is one of my favorite teams. I cannot be objective with this team, but I also don't think it's crazy. But I love Energy.
Oh yeah.
Definitely one of the top teams from NA. Really consistent. I think they won like 3 weeks in a row in Pro League Split 2. First place, it was always like between ESA and Energy.
Totally.
And I freaking love to watch and hear their comms. I love the playstyle. I love Sweet as an IGL.
Yep.
I love how confident they are. I love how they listen to him, how they don't panic. It's just, I feel like they have a lot of potential to win it all. Like that's, I would say that.
Totally. They have staging, they have checkpoint, right? I think they're S tier. I think they have the potential to bring it all home. I think they're more consistent than anybody in A tier. I think on an international level, they can do it. I think they can do it.
Yeah. It's Odik.
Oh.
So from Brazil.
I don't watch a lot of SA, if I'm being honest.
I agree.
But I would put them in maybe C or IDK.
I would say let's just put them in C. Most of these SA teams will definitely have to prove everyone wrong, I would say. Next up, so
players.
We got players, also known as Gambit.
Oh, it is Gambit. The meta for fighting is deathballing and ability usage.
Yeah.
You can be the most cracked movement in person ever, but if your team is not deathballed up equally, then it's going to be really hard. Now, I think that they're probably like low A. I think they're low A for sure. I wouldn't put them in B tier. I think like they do have the potential and the capacity to do it. But I hope the shock of playing with international people and at LAN isn't going to be too much on them. So I'd put them at low A for sure.
Nice. Okay, so next up, one of the best teams again. Reignite, Jan Burton and company.
Yep. Okay, so Reignite. I think Jan Burton is the best controller player in existence purely off of mechanics and aim.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, there's a reason people thought he was cheating at first. And
people still think he's cheating.
Yeah,
like, it's still a possibility,
yeah.
right? It's still a possibility. Coming to LAN is definitely going to be like that make or break, you know?
Oh, yeah, I mean...
all of his shots are going to hit.
Like all the wingman and all of the tracking with controller is just gonna pop off in LAN.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would put them on S tier. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they win it all. They have been like super consistent within the region.
Yeah, I'm down. If they're S, they're really low S. They're either really high A or really low S for sure.
Okay, I'll put them in S, but we can definitely go back in the end and see if we can like maybe move them to A. I'm not sure. Reject. Okay, so South Korean team. Yeah, I guess from the region they're one of the better teams. I don't know much about them honestly. Again, like I don't watch a lot of. Wait.
They're definitely pretty decent. I'd probably put them in B tier.
Yeah, I think same.
Either high B or like low A.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they might be better than like Burger and CLG and stuff.
Okay.
But I don't think they're necessarily like. From what I know, at least, like, yeah.
No, I think B tier. Yeah, like high B tier is fine.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, next up we got like a really interesting team.
Really interesting.
Scars. What can you tell us like from a pro player perspective?
Oh, so Scars are really good. Actually, something funny is that Mandy and I. We have this plan. We've had this plan since Arlington, Texas.
Oh god, I'm scared.
That we were going to recreate the homies kissing emote on Twitch.
Oh my god, I know which one that is.
And then we were going to make it ourselves and upload it on Twitch the next LAN. And that dream was shot dead when we didn't qualify because But
you'll do it in July. It's okay. Like you'll do it at championship.
I hope so. I just want to kiss that mother.
That's the only reason you want to qual, right?
I just want to share my lips with this man. 100%. But you know, they won champs, they've won playoffs. They're really good, but they've been inconsistent previously, right?
It's kind of risky, I would say, at this point with them because they are definitely one of the best. But I agree that I could not put them at S tier after those inconsistencies.
Now they could just pop off at LAN, right?
Yeah, I really hope they do because they are one of the best. I'm really happy that they qualified. All right.
Good looks.
Next up, we got Scary, the only Mexican team. Well, this team, I mean, they're my friends. Just like you with Liquid, I'm really biased with them. I've always said this, not because he's my boyfriend or anything, but in my opinion, Pistillo is the best Mexican Apex player. It's now an amigo with Ganja, man, and Azul. And what's funny is, I mean, everyone has heard of Ganja. A lot of people thought he was cheating at first. Yep. I feel like there's a lot of teams that have been through stuff like this. Like, they know this is, like, their last chance to do it. Totally. And you just need that, like, if you have this 1% chance at winning and you do it, it's like,
oh yeah, it's do or die, right?
Again, I'm really, really nervous. Like, I really hope they feel confident when they are in LAN. I know they got what it takes. I know they can pop off if they have to, but they haven't been that consistent, just like other teams, and they are really inexperienced as well. So we'll have to see. I would say maybe between B or C, honestly.
Yeah, I'd probably put them at like B. I'd put them at B for sure. I mean they have the ability. They do get caught up in a little bit confusion like in game, but otherwise they're really good. Their ability usage is really good. They can be really good, right? I think it really just comes down to how they feel when they wake up. And if they're on, right? As for a lot of these teams, right? I believe it. It's awesome to see them there. It's awesome to see them like qualify too, you know?
Yeah,
I know they've been playing for so long.
All right, so next up we got Singularity. This is pretty much the best of the best from SA. They literally roll everyone else. They shit on everyone. I don't really watch a lot of them. From what I can tell, from what I've seen from previous tournaments, this is the only, this is the team.
South America, definitely not as like, the average is definitely not as good, but I would put them in A tier.
Nice, I agree.
I would put them in A tier.
I feel like they do deserve like their respect and love. Like from their region, they're definitely the best, and I really hope they are confident enough and that they know that they can pop off against the best of the best.
Yep, I agree.
All right, next up we got SSG.
SSG, some more boyfriends in the house.
Okay.
I think SSG has the potential on a good day to bring home everything, but they've also been really, really inconsistent.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think they at the beginning of the first split they did really well, and a lot of people were like, oh, so it's gonna be between SSG and ESA, like the new teams that maybe are not Energy and TSM but have done better than them.
Yeah, totally. I think they're like pretty equal to Liquid, to be honest. Like I'd put them in A tier.
A tier? Nice.
I'd put them in like low A tier for sure.
I
was thinking B tier, but I also think they're significantly better than anybody in B tier right now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So they just have the ability to pop off and make it work, right? They're super experienced. They've won pro league matches. They've won, whole weekends. They've done a lot, and they've been around.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely rooting for them in a sense for sure.
Oh. Okay, next up, Shooter, right? I don't want to say that I'm watching.
Definitely think they have the ability, but I'd probably put them in B tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I agree with that B tier.
Yeah.
They do that. Yeah,
they can do it, but
they have good placements. I will see again one of those things where we have to see how they perform while being at LAN.
Totem, yep, Totem Esports.
Nice. Totem Esports. So, France.
These guys have been playing since forever. They could definitely do it on a good day, but I would just put them in B tier.
Yeah.
Still, for sure.
Agree.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nice. Perfect. So this underdog team now.
Yeah. So I mean, this underdog team, they've been playing pretty well. I'd probably put them in D tier just because they look funny. I'm just kidding.
Awesome.
I'm just kidding. TSM, absolutely insane. Jordan has been one of my boyfriends for so long.
We love
so
Jordan.
freaking long.
What I like about TSM, they used to be like my favorite team in comp like 2 years ago.
Nice.
I was a big sim for TSM, but then I got signed to Complexity and I had to say goodbye to them.
You don't have to. You don't have to. We're good and all, but we also suck a lot at times too. So I'm still a TSM simp. I'm a big TSM simp.
I definitely. Oh, I was gonna say that what I like about them is that if they don't get a first place, they are gonna be like defeated. You know, they're gonna be like, we suck, and then you see what place they got, and they got 3rd place.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, they suck, and it's like 5th or 4th place. You know.
It's a sad reality, to be honest, because I mean, I've felt it before, right? I mean, I'm gonna put them in S tier. I think they're above Energy. I think they're above Alliance. I think they're above Ignite. I think their lane experience and lane domination is there. I think that like they probably have like I mean, in my opinion, the best ability like at Pinnacle Apex compared to anybody else.
I believe. I really hope they do. I hope they enjoy it. Like I hope even like if they win, of course they're gonna enjoy it. If they don't win, I hope they don't feel that bad because they still are the best team. Moving on. Who is
Team
this?
Unite.
Unite. Okay,
Japanese
so they are
team.
from Japan. Yep.
Both now. 2nd in APAC North playoffs. 1 is really impressive. That was a massive tournament. That's really good. That's really good. How is it going to look like integrated? We'll definitely see. I'd probably put them at B tier.
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
Put them, and once again, I know we say this every time with things that we don't know, but we don't know. We're just going based off of what we think and feel.
Yeah.
100%. Nice.
Perfect.
Now V3 Vega.
V3 Vega. Yeah, so another Japan.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the placements don't look too good. They obviously don't have line experience, and I haven't seen too much of them. Now, getting top 10 in qualifying and 4th place in playoffs is pretty insane. But of course, like once again, when we're talking about the best of the best Pinnacle competition for your lives for millions of dollars, look pretty interesting, right? I'd probably put them in C tier.
Yeah, because they would be like top 30 compared to like the 40 teams, like 30. So I agree, like fine.
All right, and the last team, Zen.
Yeah, Zen. So this is our last South America team.
They're definitely working from the underdog, right? They don't have a lot of experience, no land experience, in 5th place, last seed for South America.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen much from them otherwise. Like, I'd definitely put them in C or D tier for sure.
Yeah. But I would feel bad to have only them in here.
Yeah.
So I would say that there's some of the teams in C tier like could definitely go D tier.
Yeah.
A lot of, but I guess it's just like we believe in them, you know. Like we respect them because at the end of the day they did qualify.
Yep.
Yeah, but I would love to see some of the teams in B and C tier like just win it all. Like, proving everyone wrong. That'd be crazy. I would love to see that.
And they probably will. Like, no doubt. Like, a couple of them probably will, right?
I would love 100%. That, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty confident. I've been thinking about where to put teams if they don't belong in the category that they're in, and I'm still pretty confident in everything and everywhere we put people in teams, to be honest. Woo! All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining us on this long journey of ranking these teams for the upcoming LAN in Sweden. Of course, we're just ranking everybody based on our feelings and our perspectives, but everybody has the ability to. Much love to everybody. You know, even though we're not competing at the tournament this time around, I still have so much love and appreciation for the fact that it's even an opportunity in the first place. I want to give a shout out to Liquipedia for having all the information out there that we need to see what's going on. And I also want to give a big shout out to Complexity and Vicky too for the amazing company. It was an absolute blast, a load of fun. I would do this again every day. So much fun. And if you like this content, make sure to stay following Complexity on Twitter for all the other different content types that we put out per weekly. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed.